Hey friends, Andy here. How you doing? Good to see you. Death and taxes. It used to be said that you couldn't avoid either of them. Well, I can't tell you how to cheat death, or can I? But I may have a loophole for you that could save you a ton on taxes.
Is it possible to learn this power?
You may remember a few months ago I did a video on crypto and taxes. The upshot of that was that the more you buy, sell, and trade crypto, the more you'll get taxed on your long and short-term capital gains. When I made that video about taxes, I mentioned the self-directed IRAs as a way to get non-traditional assets like crypto into an IRA where they can be sheltered from taxes. Self-directed IRAs are an interesting idea, but they can be complicated to set up and manage. Fortunately for us, there is an increasing number of companies that are beginning to offer digital asset IRA trading platforms, more commonly called crypto IRAs or Bitcoin IRAs. These are basically self-directed IRAs that let you invest in crypto, combining the tax advantages of the IRA with the ease of a traditional brokerage platform. And that is what we're going to be talking about today. Spoiler alert, today I'm talking about iTrust Capital. It's not the only company offering crypto IRAs, but what I like about it is super low, transparent fees, an easy to use dashboard, and a growing number of assets to invest in. So if you're going to go the crypto IRA route, I think iTrust Capital is your best bet. Second spoiler alert, well, you may have guessed this if you already haven't heard me say it before, but I'm not a financial advisor or an accountant. I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel. While I think iTrust Capital is a good option if you want a way to have crypto in your retirement account, I'm not here to tell you that you should have crypto in your retirement account, or that an IRA is the best choice for your financial goals or anything like that. I strongly suggest talking to an accountant about your particular situation, or a psychic. Hopefully as I go over iTrust and what it offers, that'll give you some context so you can make good decisions for yourself. But before we get into the video, I trust you will smash that like button, deposit some likes into your YouTube IRA, and retire a wealthy YouTube watcher. Okay, on to the video. So what's the deal with crypto and retirement accounts? Well, for one thing, you might want some crypto in your retirement accounts because you think it's part of a solid, diversified portfolio. Unfortunately, the majority of retirement account options out there don't allow you to invest in crypto, at least not yet. So it's good to be aware of the options that do allow it. For another thing, if you trade a lot of crypto, you may be subject to long and short-term capital gains that can eat up between 10 to 37% of your profits. Keeping your crypto in an IRA means that you can easily trade all day long and not have to worry about creating taxable events. Depending on the type of IRA you have, you'll either pay taxes on your overall gains when you take the money out as distributions, or you may not have to pay tax at all. The majority of IRAs that you'd open through a bank or brokerage restrict you to traditional assets like stocks, bonds, and funds. Self-directed IRAs allow you to invest in crypto, gold, real estate, tax liens, and other non-traditional assets. But they often have fairly complex fee structures. It can be a real pain moving things in and out of them, and because they're retirement accounts, you're required to start taking distributions no later than the age of 72, which can be tricky if your account is all tied up in real estate, for example. So while it's good that they exist, they're kind of advanced level IRAs. But like I said earlier, we're starting to see a rise in the number of companies like iTrust Capital that offer crypto IRAs. These are self-directed IRAs that focus just on crypto and sometimes a few other assets. Quick recap in case you don't know or don't remember the different types of IRAs. When you invest in traditional or SEP IRAs, you don't have to pay taxes on the money you contribute, but you do pay taxes on the gains when you start taking distributions. With a Roth IRA, you pay taxes on the money you contribute, but you don't pay money on the distributions once you retire. It's tax-free, baby. With some of these IRAs, you can buy, sell, or trade as much as you like. No taxable events occur. If you get taxed at all, you get taxed on your overall gain when you start taking the money out of your retirement, not your short-term trading gains. Of these crypto IRA companies, iTrust Capital not only has some of the lowest fees, it's also easy to use because it lets you buy and sell all of your crypto from a single dashboard. It's also pretty unique in that it lets you buy gold and silver. Again, that's something that's not an option for most regular IRAs. iTrust lets you choose between a Roth IRA, a traditional IRA, and an SEP IRA for either tax-free or tax-deferred gain gains on your investments. You basically have 3 options for funding your iTrust account. The first is to transfer an existing IRA, be it traditional, Roth, SEP, simple, inherited, or whatever. This is not a taxable event and there's no penalty for doing it. If you already have a Bitcoin or crypto IRA through a different provider, you can usually do an in-kind transfer, which allows you to transfer cryptocurrency wallet to wallet without liquidating your assets. Just be aware that because the IRS only allows you to fund IRAs with US dollars, transferring crypto directly from a non-IRA source is not an option. The next way to fund your IRA is to roll over an employee retirement plan like a 401k or 403b. In the case of the previous employers, you should be able to do this no problem. In the case of an employer that you're currently working for, you typically have to be 59.5 years old and fully vested in the company. Your best bet is to call your plan administrator and ask if you qualify for an in-service rollover and see what they say. There may be tax penalties for doing this, so be sure to check with a qualified accountant before making any big moves. Finally, you can always simply open an IRA and fund it with money. You can contribute up to $6,000 a year if you're under the age of 50 and up to $7,000 if you're 50 or older. These amounts might be restricted if you're making more than $125,000 a year when filing single or $198,000 if you're married filing jointly. If you're over those limits, you can set up what's called a backdoor IRA. iTrust Capital has more information on its site about exactly how that works. iTrust does have a minimum of $2,500 to open a new IRA plus another $1,000 minimum contribution after that. That's on the high side compared to traditional accounts, but again, compared to other crypto IRA options, it's very reasonable. Now, you are restricted to the types of crypto that iTrust Capital is currently offering. Right now, you can buy, sell, and trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and 20 plus other cryptocurrencies. You can even buy Doge and Shiba Inu in the account. A meme IRA. The future is officially here. They also have other exciting additions coming soon like Avalanche. iTrust also has plans to support Ethereum and other proof-of-stake networks in the near future, meaning you could get staking rewards and not be taxed on them. This hasn't happened yet, but it's a cool idea and something to look forward to. And like I said, you can also buy gold and silver with ownership managed via a secure blockchain distributed ledger. One thing I like about iTrust is that the fee structure is very straightforward. There are no rollover fees and there's a 1% fee for each trade. They also did have a monthly fee for the account, but they have completely removed all monthly fees, which is awesome. If you're buying gold, you pay $50 over spot per ounce. Spot being the market price. If you're buying silver, you pay $2.50 over spot per ounce. Even when they had monthly fees, iTrust Capital's fees were less than most other crypto IRA options, some of which have transaction fees of 10 to 15%. Now, without the monthly fees, I think iTrust Capital is really hard to beat. Okay, all that sounds great, but how safe is your account? iTrust Capital works with Curve, a leading institutional wallet provider that is SOC2 certified. If you buy gold or silver, it's stored in secured vaults at the Royal Canadian Mint and is probably guarded by Mounties. Now, there aren't a whole lot of downsides to iTrust, but there are a few things to keep in mind. You can't earn interest on your crypto the way you can on some crypto exchanges. You're limited to the cryptocurrency selection that they have on their dashboard, but those options do seem to be growing pretty quickly. Finally, because these are retirement accounts, you have to be at least 59.5 years old before you can actually cash them out or start taking distributions from them. Of course, that's going to be true of any IRA, not just the ones from iTrust. You may want to think about using your crypto IRA for frequent trading and non-retirement accounts for long-term holding. So if you're looking for an easy, not too expensive way to incorporate crypto into your retirement portfolio, then iTrust is an excellent choice as long as you don't mind waiting until you're at least 59.5 to actually use your money. And if you sign up with the link down in the description, you will get $100 in free Bitcoin when you open an account. If you're curious about how I've invested in crypto, then watch this video and watch this video if you want to see all my crypto passive income sources. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.